Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we're going to do a shell design today. I am using Moyra and the first one is Violet. Now I'm going to put a clear base down first. As you can see, I haven't buffed these tips. So if I don't buff the tips, I like to put a clear layer down as it just makes everything adhere a bit better. Normally, however, I just buff the tips, but you know. Now this isn't a metallic powder from Moyra, so with the metallic ones you kind of almost like paint with them. They are so pigmented, but the non-metallic ones you have to build up the colour a little bit more, and particularly with Violet it's a little bit, by no means is this the worst Violet I've ever had. I have had some pretty shocking ones in terms of their it's not even grainy. It's like they just don't mix everything together properly, but it's not marbly. It's really hard to explain. But anywho, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build up that colour. I'm going to move that glitter out the way. Now, I think that is Sparkling Asterium. It was from the Glitter Fairy. You can't get it anymore because she doesn't exist anymore, which is a shame because we like her glitters. But and that's why I'm thinking I didn't even bother recording what glitter it was because I thought, well, you can't get it anyway. Which is a little bit of a shame, and it's kind of, it's not ruining my designs, but you know when you like, I like to create something and then be like, hey, do you know what? If you really like this glitter, you can get this one as well. Because when you see glitter you really like, you fall in love with it and that's what you want. And then it's really hard to find an equivalent of that glitter. What I would say that I'm pretty certain, you know, if you see something you like, you get a company to mix it for you maybe, or even see about mixing it yourself. It's been a long time since I've got the kids to mix me any glitters, but that's because I've got a complete and utter glitter overload. I really don't need any more glitter. Now this next colour I'm coming in, this is French Pink from Moyra, which as we know is not French. Well, it might be French, I don't know. But it's most certainly not pink at all. It's a milk bath. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to marble with it. So as you can see, I put a clear bead in there as well. So one bead of the French Pink, then a clear bead, and then my violet. And you see how it spreads almost like blooming gel? That's the clear making it do that. And I really like that effect. I really like that effect. So with this middle finger, we're going to just make a bit of an ombre with the glitter. And I mean, you could use any glitter. It's just the fact that I've still got, because when she was closing down, I brought an absolute shed load of glitters. Yeah, we don't tell the hobby quite how many I've got. And I still have not actually used all of them. So it's like going, well, you know, when did this one arrive, Shona? Probably about a year ago. And it's been sat in a box. Yeah. Anywho, it's beautiful glitter. So this pinky is going to be a full nail of glitter. I think it's going to be a full. Is it going to be a full? Ooh, I don't know now. No. These three are all going to be exactly the same. They're going to have the glitter down first. And then what we're going to do, we're going to come in with some of the crushed shell. Now, the crushed shell I got, it's not really crushed, to be honest. It came from AliExpress. And it was a pack of 6 and they were all different colours. So I chose this one. Now, the mistake that I made was I should have broken the pieces down on my mat in front of me, because in a minute you'll see I tried to do it on the nail and it fails miserably. It's fantastic. So this middle finger, this is what you don't do, because it left it too pronounced. And by that I don't mean the fact it was a statement, as in I mean the fact that it was sitting too high off the nail, too proud. Too what? My husband's shouting words at me now. What words? He's gone shy now. He's like, no, I don't want to talk. But yeah, it's sitting too high. And it needed to bend round the nail a bit more, which it hasn't done. So, yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but hey-ho. So when I come to the other ones, I have kind of figured out this mistake, and I do it slightly different. I do. I think the cup of tea is kicking in now. And so for these 3 nails, I am going to do exactly the same. I'm just using different... Well, to start with, I was going to use one shell, and then I was like, oh, there's a nice pink there, I like that. And then I was like, oh, but I like the other one too. Let's put them together. Let's add more. More. There we go. Now this video has been sped up. Just in case anybody's wondering. But it has. Okay, and then we'll let that dry, and then we're going to move on to the thumb. Again, I'm just adding a clear bead down before coming in with the pieces of shell. Sorry, that was a long pause, wasn't it? What am I doing? What am I doing? Who are you? Where am I? What's going on? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ombre it with some of the French pink. It's a core powder, but I also like the fact that it's not, you see, it is very pigmented, but it washes out quite well over the top of the shell and the glitter. So you still get to see some of it underneath. And then we're just going to come along and we're just going to cap the rest then in clear. There we go. And then we're going to do exactly the same on this. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm sorry. I put violet in the back there just to, I don't know, make it stand out a little bit more. But you'll see what I mean, that trying to get it to sit properly, it just doesn't quite work because the shell is sitting a little bit too high. So as you can see, I was just trying to tuck it down in there, and then I'm just going to come in with a final bead over the top. And then we're going to cap all the rest of them. So I've added, a bit of capping in here. And I am doing some filing as well. Brace yourselves though, because I'm doing it on a practice hand that likes to move around. Okay, so we're nearly finished on that. And then like I say, we're just going to cap it all. So it's a little bit stop-start, this one. I videoed it quite a while ago. And I'm having to kind of remember what I was doing. And I can't remember. Oh, I love how it turns out. I love these colours, We like a good purple, don't we? There we go. And then, like I say, on the thumb, I'm going to do exactly the same as I've done on the pinky. So, there we you go. I'm just going to cap this one. I can't remember which order I was going in then. You can see for a plain nail, I kind of like to cap it in stages. But when it's a glitter one, I like to make sure I go over with clear before I do the final cap. So I do a wettish bead over the top of the glitter just to get into all the nooks and crannies. Which I didn't need to do on this one because I'd already done that with the when I was putting the shell on. That's what I mean. So here we go on this thumb. Can you see how it kind of washes out really nicely, that colour? I mean, I know I've said it a lot of times. My disappointment with this was it's not pink. Don't call a product French pink when it is not pink. I mean, there is not even a hint of pink in there. Now, I could see if it was, you wanted a natural white. You know, so if you were doing a French, it's not even a French now, but, you know, instead of having a bright white, if you wanted something that was a little bit more natural looking, then this would be a much better one to use. So absolutely not a problem with that, but don't call it pink when it's not pink. Okay. Other than that, I'm quite liking this colour. I've used it in a couple of videos now, and as it is with Moyra, they work really well. You know, they're a nice product to use. Okay, so we're going to finish that one up, and then I'm just going to come in and I'm going to cap this one. And as you will notice on that, I dampen the nail with monomer, so just whatever's in my brush before I come in and cap. Because again, if you've got any like little powdery bits or whatnot in there, it just helps to get rid of that, so you don't see that through. Which it doesn't always work, but we try to make it work. Okay. And then we're just going to cap the thumb then afterwards. Okay, so filing. My, I'm trying to think what it's called. Fan underneath that thing. It was about 20 quid from Amazon or eBay or somewhere. I really didn't pay a lot for it, and I have to say it's really good. I actually really like it. It does the job. So I am trying to file these as though I was filing them on a person. Okay, I'm going to go both the side walls, and then I'm going to go round the cuticle area. Like I say, I will try to do this on myself for you as well when I do my next set, because it is not very easy to tell. Well, it is. I mean, you know, it's not awful, but it's just difficult because it's constantly moving. So yeah, I go up the side walls to bring those in and to perfect the shape at the side, and then I start working my way of contouring it round. So it's really hard to describe filing. It's the same way that Kirsty Meakin does it. That's who I saw doing it, and a lot of people do it this way, and so that's just the way I've kind of adopted, which works really well, which is good, because that's what we like. Okay, and then, yep, I just want to make sure there's no dips. I want to make sure that we're getting that shape better, and I'll just keep working it until I'm happy with it. And obviously just keep looking down all the angles to make sure it's straight. If you know that your sidewalls are straight and it's kicking out somewhere when you're looking at it, it looks like it's going off, then you know that it's somewhere else. You know, it's probably on the top. You've got a bit too much product one side than you have the other side. So that's why you need to make sure you look down the barrel of the nail to make sure that you are filing it all correctly. These files I just use for my practice hand. I don't use them on myself. They just weren't very good at all. So if I normally buy my files from eBay, same as my lint-free wipes and things like that. And sometimes the ones that I would normally use, they don't have them anymore. So I have to go with somebody else. And when they come, they're a little bit... no. Which is a shame. But that's fine, because then I just use them on my practice hand. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. They're just not as good as the ones I normally have. This is in real time, me filing. Yes, I faff around this much until I am happy with that shape. And like I say, it's a lot harder when you're doing it this way, because normally I just take the tip out and then file it, which works a lot better. Am I happy with this yet? Am I done yet? Apparently not. We're going to do a little bit more. Keep going. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. And then when I'm happy with it, I'm just going to come along and I'm going to buff it all as well, just to try and get some of those ridges out from the file. There we go. Like I say, I was asked for some filing, so there is some filing. If you want more filing, then let me know. So now I have cleaned those all off, dusted them all off. So I normally wipe them down with a bit of acetone or gel cleanse or something, you know, just to get all the dust off, which also helps smooth out the acrylic as well. And then we're going to top coat over the top. And then that's this design done. Like I say, I'm sorry it's a little bit start today. I really wasn't in a flow because I couldn't remember what on earth I was doing. I will endeavour to do better next time. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks very much. Bye.